Chess, the game of strategy and intellect, has a rich history spanning over 1,500 years. Its journey began in ancient India, where it was known as Chaturanga. Chaturanga, meaning four divisions in Sanskrit, represented the four elements of an army: infantry, cavalry, elephants, and chariots. These divisions evolved into the modern-day pawn, knight, bishop, and rook, respectively. The king, the most crucial piece, was called the Raja. The queen, initially a weak piece with limited movement, was known as the mantri or counselor. Chaturanga was played on an 8x8 board, much like the chessboard we know today. However, the exact rules of Chaturanga are lost to history, leaving us with only speculation and theories. Despite the lack of concrete rules, we can glean insights from the game's evolution. Chaturanga was not merely a pastime, it was a simulation of warfare, a training ground for strategic thinking. Its popularity spread rapidly throughout India, becoming a beloved pastime for people from all walks of life. As trade routes flourished, Chaturanga embarked on its own journey, reaching Persia sometime in the 6th century AD. The Persians embraced the game, calling it Shatranj. They retained the basic structure and pieces of Chaturanga, but made subtle changes to the rules. One significant difference was the initial position of the king's advisor, or queen. In Chaturanga, the advisor started beside the king. In Shatranj, the advisor was positioned one square diagonally in front of the king. This seemingly minor alteration had a profound impact on the game's dynamics. The Persian word shah-mat, meaning the king is helpless or the king is dead, gave rise to the English word checkmate. Shatranj flourished under the patronage of Persian emperors, who recognized its value as a tool for developing strategic thinking. With the rise of the Islamic Empire, chess, or Shatranj, as it was still known, spread throughout the Arab world. It was embraced by scholars, caliphs, and commoners alike, becoming an integral part of Islamic culture. During this period, numerous treatises were written on chess strategy, elevating the game to an intellectual pursuit. One of the most notable figures was Al-Adli, a 9th century chess master from Baghdad. Al-Adli wrote a comprehensive treatise on chess, analyzing openings, tactics, and endgames. His work, sadly lost to time, is considered a landmark in the development of chess theory. The Islamic world also saw the emergence of legendary chess players whose names, though lost to history, were celebrated in their time. These masters engaged in blindfold displays, simultaneous exhibitions, and, of course, intense matches against worthy opponents. The game was not merely about victory, it was about showcasing intellectual prowess and creativity. Section 4. Chess arrives in Europe, a new chapter for the royal game. Chess arrived in Europe through various routes, primarily through the Moorish conquest of Spain and trade with the Byzantine Empire. By the 11th century, chess had spread throughout Europe, finding a place in royal courts and noble households. However, the game Europeans embraced differed from its Persian predecessor. The queen, once a weak piece, underwent a dramatic transformation. In the 15th century, likely inspired by the growing influence of powerful queens in European society, the queen's power was significantly enhanced, allowing it to move multiple squares in any direction. This change, along with other rule modifications, sped up the game, making it more dynamic and exciting. Chess, in its new European form, was no longer solely about slow, strategic maneuvers. It was about swift attacks, cunning traps, and the ever-present threat of a sudden checkmate. Section 5. The evolution of rules shaping modern chess. The 18th and 19th centuries saw further refinements to chess rules, leading to the standardized game we know today. One significant contribution came from François-André Danican Philidor, an 18th century French composer and chess master. Philidor emphasized the importance of pawn structure and its impact on the game. He argued that pawns, often considered mere foot soldiers, were the soul of chess and could be used to control the board and dictate the flow of the game. In the late 19th century, the rules regarding stalemate, castling, and pawn promotion were standardized. The time control using chess clocks was introduced to prevent excessively long games. These changes marked the transition of chess from a leisurely pursuit to a formally structured competitive game.